You know the number one cause of death is cardiovascular disease in the United States? Out of everything. Cardiovascular disease in 2018, that's pretty fucked up if you ask me. The reason why I want to talk about this is very simple. Many of you are entrepreneurs, many of you are individuals who want the best in your life, and many of people who want to live a certain lifestyle without stress. That's not true. Stress is actually good for you. The whole reason about this is pretty crazy when you think of what cardiovascular disease is. For the most part, it's lifestyle factors. Is what food you eat, how you control your stress, do you drink, do you smoke, what kind of medication do you take, do you exercise or not, what kind of relationship you have with yourself, what kind of relationship you have with your partner, with your family, with your friends, etc. So these are all lifestyle factors that you can control. And so the most important thing in life, at the end of the day, is your health. It's not money. See, money is renewable. It's very simple. You can always make more money. Time is non-renewable, and for the most part, health is renewable, but it takes a huge toll and burden on your body. I've seen a lot of sick people in my life. I come from a health background. My fiance is a naturopathic doctor. I have family members who work at certain hospitals, so I'm around that 24/7. And seeing people go through chemotherapy, seeing people go through certain diseases is the worst thing possible. Seeing family members completely break down towards this disease. And something like cardiovascular disease being the number one leading cause of death in North America is ridiculous. It's shameful, to tell you the truth. And so, like, if you're looking to better yourself, there's simple things you can do in your life. Simple things. I'll tell you what I do in my life that's sustainable. That's the number one thing I believe in, is sustainability, fun, and play. Right? Sustainability, fun, and play. And so number one, you got to look at how you're programmed. Every single person in the world is programmed differently. There's some people who are A type of people, there's some people who are B type of people, and it's your responsibility to figure out what type of person you are. And so whenever you see these like experts telling you, hey, eat this way or exercise that way, sure, it may work for them, but for the most part, it might not work for you. So it's up to you to figure out what works for you. So the first thing I focus on is identifying what type of triggers and what type of programming you have as an individual. That's the first step. And so once you figure that out, the second step is figuring out one thing in your life to change. Most people, they try to do things all at once. Oh, I'm going to start a new diet, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to do meditation, blah, 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 blah. That's not going to work. That's not how you build new habits. It's focusing on one thing, creating a proper environment for that habit to perpetuate and to grow and to flourish in that. So one simple thing can be like, okay, I figured out how I'm programmed and I want to start with diet. As opposed to just doing a crash diet where you're going to go from eating a SAD diet, which is standard North American diet, into maybe, more locally sourced foods, right? A lot of green vegetables, good high quality fats, a lot of water, etc. You need to break down one thing. So it's like, what is the worst thing in your diet you're eating currently? It might be that you're drinking 1 Coke a day. Well, remove that. Start with that. That's very simple. Right? It could be that maybe you're having fast food for lunch every single day and it's being deep fried or it's being in trans fat, whatever it may be. Just eliminate that. Focus on one simple thing that you can do to start the domino effect. Because what are habits? Habits are patterns built on top of each other. And so this is why you see a massive failure rate when it comes to diet change, because people are trying to change multiple different habits in their neural pathways, which is non-feasible. You need to focus on one thing. So focus on one thing in your diet and slowly build on top of that. What is Einstein has a saying, or one of the greatest things in the universe is a compound effect, right? Or compound interest. So you got to compound one thing after another. So that's diet. Next thing that I do is I focus on stress reduction. And for me, one of the greatest things I do for stress reduction is sauna therapy. I do it almost every other day. And so basically I'll go into an infrared sauna or a dry sauna. I'll chill in there for maybe like 10-15 minutes. Then I'll take a really fucking freezing cold shower, then go back into the sauna, back and forth. I'll probably do 3 to 4 rounds. Total about 30 minutes, give or take. Hands down, one of the best modalities ever for reducing stress. I love it. So that's the second thing that gives me the maximum ROI. The third thing that I do is I really focus on programming my calendar. And so when you're looking at lifestyle factors, for the most part, lifestyle factors is things that people aren't cognitively aware of. So eating fast food, even though you might not be aware you're doing it because you're doing it with friends, you're just going in. Or you don't go to the gym because it's not programmed in your calendar. Or you're not meditating because it's not programmed in your calendar. So when I look at my calendar, I try to plan out my week. So I have my gym programmed in. I have my dinner dates programmed in with the wifey. I have a downtime for myself programmed in. I have reading time programmed in. Everything is chunked and programmed. So when I look at my weekly schedule, there's no me just thinking about it. So when you have to think about something and you're kind of lost or bored, you usually go to bad default habitual programs in your body, which is not good. As opposed to when you have a weekly schedule that's planned out, when you see everything, you know exactly when you're going to do everything, your whole week in your mind is less cluttered. You don't have to think about anything. Everything is mapped out for you. And this is how you optimize everything. And so these are simple things. I can go dive into other stuff when it comes to like controlling your health and optimizing your body. But for me, the moral of this video is like, there should be no reason why you're suffering from cardiovascular disease when it's majority of, and obviously there's exceptions to the rules. Don't get me wrong. But for the most part, these are lifestyle factors. I'm telling you, man, if you really want to really be shocked into reality, go into any sick kid's hospital and just see what people are going through. Or any hospital. You don't want to go through that stuff at all. You don't want to end up as one of these statistics, okay? If you guys have any questions for me, whether it's about lifestyle changes, biohacking, entrepreneurship, whatever it may be, leave a comment below this video, guys. Peace.